I think this thing is on. Here, let's try this tonight.
Get your paint and your minis ready.
Come on over to the bullshit corner. We've got your minutes and a brush for you. Grab you a biscuit, pour some gravy on top. This little episode's gonna be a dang old bop. Got a steady hand and a bag of paint.
We're talking about the stuff. P is for terrible, H is for hell, U is for ugly, and G for jail. Cause I thought they fell.
Horses and a brush lick or two. He'll paint those minis right up for you. Yay-haw!
Take your sip off, take your eck off.
Well, baby, oh, baby, oh, baby, well, baby.
Gravy, gravy, biscuit with some jelly on top.
Cream of the crop,
Only one,
and
only
there is
one,
no
only
one that does it better.
Corner streaming all night. Good old boys, Mechs and a tabletop fight.
That one's fun. We ain't heard that for a while. What's up, everybody? What's up, Unicorn Company? What's up, Comstar? Another night. Howdy, everybody! Baby blue buildings far above the Crystal Grove, magenta plated terrace with a table and a stove, guarded golden railing just to frame the pretty stars, fix that old piano and the birds will fall apart. That's the lyrics. Test the mic, testing the mic, testing the mic. Bow. All right. Oh, you what the? Blah, blah, blah. Mic ain't working. Hold on. Mic ain't working. Also, my audio is hella high. Sorry. I'm blowing my own eardrums out. Which one is it? I think it's this one. No? I don't see it. What if we just deactivate and reactivate? All right. Okay, so I think the solution now is to fart into paper tubes. I'm trying to get chat up. I can't see y'all over here. Let's do this real quick. Boop.
Keep subscribe to the channel.
Oh yeah. Thank you so much for the subby tapes. Thank you very much. Number go up, make me feel real big. Holy shit. Alright. Now, alright, you guys can't see this, but I gotta trace the, wires. I gotta trace the wires down the wall so I can see what's going on, y'all. Continuamos. I think I got chat. I think I can see chat. I can see chat. I can see chat. I can see the chat. Pegs. There are pegs here. We're gonna be pegging some helicopters tonight. Oh. All right, where's this fucking camera at? All right, so this thing goes down here and it traces to this one and it runs right here. It's that one and that one comes over here and then it's over there and it comes down again. Hold it, I gotta crawl on my hands and knees real quick. Oh, Jesus. Lord Jesus, there's a fire. All right, holy shit. Where's it at, dude? Where the fuck did it go? Is it? I hope it's this one. Fingers crossed. I'm old. Ooh. Did that do it? We about to find out. Y'all. Alright, so we deactivate, we reactivate. God damn it. God damn it. Now. Alright. Let's try again. Let's try again. We trace the trace. The trace comes around there. That trace runs. Oh my goodness. My goodness gracious. I see it there. It actually goes into that cable, which comes into right there. Let's see. Ha ha! I got it. Fuck you, computer. Jesus, McWillicuddy. Holy shit. It... Keep your pants. Ah, yes. Feels good to be back, y'all. Feels good to be back. It feels good to be back. All right, y'all. It's kind of hot.
Butter
here.
my
I'm sweating, dude. He flips the bird, then he pegs the bird. We're going to be pegging 4 birds tonight.
And a double helping of gravy.
Hello and welcome, everybody. I see you in chat. Welcome, Slink. Welcome, Unicorn Company Podcast. Welcome, Calmstar Knight. Welcome, Surveillance Wizard. Hope you're all doing fucking fantastic out there tonight. I'm a little all over the place, frazzled dazzled, and more than a little manic, but we're going to channel that manic energy tonight. Hope you guys can find something useful out of this evening. Welcome back to the Paint Every Day Until It's Done stream. I'm Cameron, your host, the country boy in the big city, presenting once more from the Bullshit Corner 2.0, and this is the Paint stream here on Countryside.
Some neighbors are saying way too loud. That's only in the morning.
Oh no, you can see the stream now.
Cooking breakfast or somebody, and so
I can see
that's
it
like
all.
an alarm
I see
clock.
it all. It's not true even in the slightest. I know it is hot as hell in my apartment, as is the standard these days. I do work out.
Okay.
I do work out, and I'll give you those push-ups. You got it, Mr. Comstar. Let's get fucking sweaty, y'all.
Bye, everyone. She can go on forever.
Though I would never expect it of anyone, I actually highly encourage y'all to drop and give 10 anytime that comes up. It's a great exercise and a good way to build up your upper arm strength. Shit, fucking fire. Holy moly. Also, Bramble Impenetrable, yes. Sus push-ups. It's time for dinner. My arms are too weak for push-ups. I started that way. When did we start the push-ups thing? It was like however many months back. I was on my knees doing the knees down push-ups for so long that I bought knee pads for it. And thanks to chat, I can now lift my own weight. I can even vary it up some. If I'm feeling kind of weak, I do the quick kind of explosive ones. If I'm feeling confident and froggy, I'll do the slow dip, like engage your core thing. Last August, yeah, dude, almost a year now. What was the highest got? We almost hit 200 in a stream. I don't think we've hit 200 in a stream yet. But with this painting every day, you best believe I'm doing the quick explosive ones. 100%. Also, I have a request to chat. We'll see if he shows up. But today is my younger brother's birthday, and he turns old today. So if he shows up in chat, everybody make sure to harass him. I don't know if he'll come through though. If he does, happy birthday. You did hit 200, but you failed to record a set or two. That sounds accurate. Okay, so where are we at now? Holy fuck, it's hot in here. I didn't realize how hot it was, but it is quite hot. We printed out some new pegs for our helicopters. Let's drop these over. And we're gonna put these are Sir Mortimer Bombito kilos. We got some, I think these are supposed to be, what do you call it? Warrior VTOLs. They're based off of some kind of Russian helichopper. We're gonna get those put together. I think these do like a double peg. We want to do a double dibble dribble. Are the blades on this supposed to go in opposite directions, or do they go the same direction? They look like they go opposite directions. Do you guys know about the auto gyro thing? I'm assuming they run in opposite directions, right? To counteract the need for a tail rotor. We can work on the other ones while you guys get back to me on that, because I don't know. I don't know, and I also don't know how far we're going in today. But we're just gonna do work. We're gonna get this stuff going. It finally got hot here, 106 F. Holy shit, that's really hot. It's probably, I say hot, it's probably 85, 86 in my apartment. The thing is, it's nice and cool outside, but my apartment is like southwestern facing, so it just, man, it cooks. And everything here in SF is made to like absorb the heat. Like normally we want the heat because it's a cold place, but the weather in SF has, over the last 10 years or so, become more like the rest of the Bay Area, which is kind of fucking hot. 80 outside, 75 in the house. Zach P says, I recently moved into a new house and it looked great. Was doing laundry, I look up and saw a fucking hole in the wall straight to the outside. Could fit 2 fingers in there. Holy shit. Time for spackle. Yes. Wait, 2-inch hole? That's too big for spackle, right? You got to do like a patch or something and then smooth over the hole. We're talking about holes. Oh, look, more ads. Also, sorry about the ads, y'all. My apologies, but YouTube recommends doing a medium frequency, and it does seem to help with pushing the content out to folks. So if you guys don't like ads, you could always like the stream and or comment down below. It really helps the algorithm. It helps to push it. We're going to try to bring back Country Fried Minis. We're going to bring it back to life through the rest of the year and go into the next year renewed, reinvigorated, and full of fun content. Also, yes, the blades go the opposite way. It's supposed to be a Russian KA-52. Thank you so much, Zach P. We're going to make that happen here in a moment. I'm looking for which one of these pegs has the support stars, and we're going to get rid of the ones with supports. I actually did a little experiment with these pegs to see what orientation would print the best ones. And I had a lot of success with just sticking them straight up with supports in their butt. Okay, we're getting rid of these 4 right here. Get those out of here. Should we film assembling these? I'm kind of leaning towards it. We could film putting these together, or at least part of it. That way it's a good excuse to put out our Booba Lady sticker again, so she can hold on to some sticky liquids for us. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Get this. We'll get our... We're going to hit her with some extra thin tonight. Film is like a condom? Film is like a condom. Wait. What? I'm confused. There's something I'm missing there. I'm sorry, Slink. I'm a little slow. You have to spell it out. You have to spell it out. Better to have it and not need it than need it and not have it. Ah, yes. You know, it's funny. I say the same thing about my fucking Bowie knife. Have you guys seen this thing? You guys seen this fucking thing? I bought it because I thought it'd be funny to open boxes on camera with it, but now it's unironically the best 3D print removal tool I've ever used. It lives right there. It's got a wall sheet. Nuh-uh.
Nathan donated a $2 super chat. Slink says film is like a condom.
That is true. That is true. Thank you for the generous dono, Mr. Nathan. How do we canonize that? You call that a knife? Want to get me a new Bowie? Yeah, I could stand to have like a real one. That's a cheap ass mossy oak one. But hey, it does the job. You know, it's funny you mentioned that unicorn company. I actually made that joke in one of my latest videos. It may have been the last video that came out 4 months ago. All right. So let's get this thing a-going. I think my fingernails look okay for film. Let's get this thing a-running. We're gonna pop into, what is it? It's Pro Video mode. Pro Video. Yes. I want a kind of low shot on this one too. Let's bring it down about right there. Bum, 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 bum. I have so many damn things to buy in the next year or two. Yeah, I believe it. Busty glue palette this week. Yeah, it really is. It really is. She's got a big personality, don't you know? So we're gonna get out our BSI Insecure Too Thin. Oh my fucking god! Now this is good TV right here. You motherfucker. There we go. Oh yeah, thanks, lady. Get dribbled on. Got a GPU PC case, whole new PC, new card, list is endless. It never ends. Alright, so we gotta figure out our nacelles here. I think at least one of them will have the blades going more forward-ish. So we'll do that. Oh man, this fucking extra thin, I really regret using it, to tell you the truth. It is dangerous stuff. All right, so we got one little bit on there. We need to figure out the other side now. I think it's this one. Yep, like that. All right. So we'll take our sticky buddy here. We'll rub all over her chest fluids and spread that about our peg. And then once our peg is good and saturated with sticky fluids, we're going to take that peg and we're going to jam it into this peg hole. Yes. Oh, perfect. Like a fucking glove, dude. I burned myself with super thin and Instaset on voice chat, no less. Oh yeah. That's the good sniffing glue. You know, we were just talking about this glue last night, and kind of touching on Like, what would happen if you boofed it? If you put it in your bungus? And we got down on like a little bit of a rabbit hole. Come to find out, superglue is actually non-toxic, so any of the damage that would occur to your system would be from like the activation process and the exothermic reaction. Squirting like half an ounce of it into your anus wouldn't actually cause any kind of like systemic problems. You wouldn't absorb anything, is what I'm getting at, if you could believe it. Only the best topics here, by the way. Only the best topics, the most important stuff. Okay, so all right, we'll get some of our cleavage juice, and we're gonna put it right on our peg. We're gonna jam it into the nacelle. Try to get it in place quickly because this shit sets so fast. Just want to push that back a little bit, I think. Let's take our super thin here, and we're gonna spread some right there, and we're gonna push on this a little bit just to get it set up with a little bit of tension on it. It was developed for closing wounds in the field for military. Oh, that makes sense. Yes. So it is non-toxic. Thin stuff works well for prints, though. Grabs good. Yeah, it really does. And even with these prints here, which my prints are kind of they're really thin layer lines, and I have anti-aliasing on, so the come on, brain, I need you to do the brain thing. The surface details are really fucking fine. There's still enough of the layer lines left behind for it to really engage with that. Non-toxic by late 40s rules surprisingly ended up being non-toxic, not causing cancer or something. So what you're saying is, if one really wanted to spray it in their ass, they could do so. Don't do that, by the way. None of y'all do that. Not even if you think it'll be really funny. Like, seriously, don't. That's as bad as telling people to drink xylene for superpowers. Howdy, folks. VTOLs. Yes, we are working on putting these together. I've been a little slow in getting things printed out to finish up this project. We have 4 VTOLs to get pegged. And then I think we put some base texture on them. And then there's still 4 bases of battle armor that need to get done, but I got to print the bases. And so the bases we've done here, I wanted them to match, so I took the same bases that I printed out. These are my design, which are available for free on Cults. And I went into Blender and took Bombito's peg for the VTOLs, and I booleaned out a hole in the base, and then enlarged that hole by about 10% to make sure these would fit. And that seems to be almost right. These might be a little small yet, because my dimensional accuracy isn't perfect on my parts. I haven't taken a ton of time to get the cones of calibration dialed in correctly. Yes, you could. Then you could go to the hospital and see a doctor. The super glue up the bum and laxative brand is a compelling level form of torture. Oh man, I was actually talking with ChatGPT about like what would be the outcome if you like drank super glue, if you did it internally. And it seemed like the big danger with that is actually aspirating it. Other than like the esophageal burns that you're gonna get and the like subsequent skin sloughing that goes into your digestive system, like that's actually like surprisingly healable. The big concern was that the fumes would cause coughing. And when you take that shot of super glue, the fumes would cause you to cough and go into a gas reflex and aspirate a ton of super glue. And in your lungs would be a really fucking big problem. Okay, so from here, I think we actually want... I should have done the peg first on this end, maybe. The peg hole is a little big on the top. So I think that might be an issue here. But we're gonna press it into place. It gives us a little play here. I think what we want to do here is maybe fill that in a little more better. We'll give it a little more of a bend. That seems okay. That is not okay. We may have to dig out the thick stuff for this. If I can find it. That is one big hole. It really is. I'm loving all the use of this specific sticker. Yeah, I mean, I figure if we're going to have our busty lady lecherous guest palette, we should probably do it through the whole project. I usually use the same Pokemon when I use those. So we're going to keep her out. She's going to get crustier and filthier as we go. And I kind of dig that, actually. So what we need here now to make this go a little better is we're going to go back to our extra thick. What is it? How many is it? How many thicks is it? It's 2 C's? Or is it 3 C's? I think it's 2 C's. It might be 3. I can't remember. No, it is 2 C's. I beat you to it, Mr. Nate. We're using the extra thick. I'm surprised the super glue doesn't dry to the sticker. Oh, it does. It does, and she builds up a crusty glazing as we go. Though it's usually a Pokemon and not a lecherous titty lady sticker. We're gonna dribble a little bit more goop onto her ample chest. Yes. Thank you, sticky lady. Alright. I remember I was once working with super glue and a few drops hit the ground without me noticing. I put my sock covered foot down on the ground. Just basically glued the sock to the ground. Yep. Yep. I was just chatting with my brother today, and he was describing his first use of thin super glue, and he was gluing a model kind of at eye level, and he had some kind of squirt out in his eye, and he had a really bad time with that. All right, our little sticks here is a little bent, ain't it? Let's see. Kind of leaning back this way, so I think we'll use this as the front then. And let's get our peg into the hole. Let's get it nicely seated and kind of hold it in place. Hold it in place, and then we're going to get out our BSI Instaset. I'm going to dribble some in there and get that curing. And then I think we can go back in with a little bit more. I think what we're going to do is reinforce that hole a little bit. And I think the way we're going to do that is with some, it'd be something. I can't remember the name. We're going to use a little bit of B7000 here. Hey, lecherous titty lady's a goal? Yeah. I'm not hating on lecherous titty lady. Not even a little bit. In fact, she needs a friend though, because we're about to use a different glue type. Let's get, yeah, I'm gonna pop some B7000. I need it to be a little flexible in the reinforcement, so let's get a real good one here. Let's get a real good one, y'all. How about Cat Girl? No Cat Girls. Not today. This isn't a Canopian project. Let's get a real good one, though. Let's get a real good one out of there. What's going on here? Ah, you know, it's hot, right? It's super hot. So why not a lady offering a nice cool lollipop to suck on? There you go. And see, she got the thing in her hair, so it matches all right. How's that one, y'all? That's a good one. Fucking goodness. There's some in here that I'm not even gonna show on stream. Like, at all. Alright, so we want a little bit of B7000. There we go. My B7000 is a little old. It's kind of yellowed. That's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Sticks, FDM, and resin. I missed that. It's all resin. Everything's resin. Everything is all resin. I have an FDM printer, but it is just... it's not good enough for commercial quality. That happens with age. Yeah, a little bit of yellowing with age. And the B7000 is quite old. I've had it up there for a while. But it's fine, because we just want a little bit of that sticky stuff. And we're going to smear it into that peg hole. And just get a good amount on there. Basically, I want to reinforce what we got going on with a glue that's going to be a little bit flexible. And what I'm hoping is it'll create a nice blend of structural strength and help this peg hole to resist kind of movement. That seems okay. Let's take a moment to... I'm gonna get a little 1000 grit sandpaper, and we're gonna rub this a few times. Just make sure our base is nice and flush on the bottom. And that is gonna be ready for some texture paste and then some priming. We're not gonna do any more priming tonight, but know that's coming right up as we dive into more stuff. This project's due on the 30th, so we're gonna keep grinding through day after day until we're there. We're gonna rip and tear until it's done. I've done structural bonding with that with raw resin and UV light. Basically cure the resin, glue onto each other. Interesting. When you're doing the slight bendy thing with the peg, I suddenly had thoughts of FDM prints like that just breaking under bending for it. Yeah, no kidding. Yeah, exactly. It's funny that this ABS like resin has been really good. It's been treating me super good. I took a chance on it. I was using Soraya Tech's fast ABS like, and it was really good. I was super satisfied with it. And then I saw Anycubic had a Pro 2.0 ABS like for like half the price of Soraya Tech, and I took the plunge, and I'm so happy I did. This is by far my favorite resin. I still use the Soraya Tech every now and then if I need a little more flexibility. Like I just did a print for a client, and he is sending it off, or I should say they are sending it off to be cast at the end. So I used the Soraya Tech so that the final print was a little more flexible. This stuff has the same like structural rigidity or structural strength, but it's a little more rigid. Like it doesn't quite flex as much. Because I normally do it with my buddy because it's easier to have someone hold the model and the other one hold the light. Yeah, because they're usually posing assembling minis like arms, torso. Yep. Had good results with Elegoo ABS. Like, I'll have to give it a go. I have not tried any of the Elegoo stuff. Okay, so we got that prepped. We want to get a nice straight peg. This one has scars on it. We're not going to use that. This one is a little curved. I'm going to try to avoid that one. This one looks pretty good. So I'm going to take our sticky buddy here. We're going to get a little on our peg. I want to slide it ever so gently into the peg hole. And we went too deep. We got to back it off some. Well, you know what? That's bonded. That's where it's at. So instead, we're going to file this smooth. It's just how it is. Sometimes it's the way the cookie crumbles and you over penetrate. And you can't undo it. You know what I'm saying? Once that hole's pegged, it's pegged. I guess we could do power tool time. We could do power tool time here. Where's my bits? Fuck, where are they? They're on the other side of the light back here. It's power tool time, y'all. Sunloo ABS light water washable's pretty banging. I just dropped a tank I printed like 4 feet to a tile floor. It popped at the turret and nothing else broke. Sick. Good to know. I'm missing a sanding drum. Damn it. I'm missing a sanding drum. We could use... We use a flat burr instead. Oh, that's in my goddamn glue. Fuck. Skip the ads. It is with the queen. What are you talking about? Re-glue where it was glued together. Oh, you only needed to re-glue where it was together. Yes, I see. I see. Alright, so we're going to use a flat burr here. And we're just going to fucking go to town on our little unsightly bulge and kind of smooth it down. Also, make sure you wear PPE when you're doing this and don't pull a me. Care about yourself. I ran out of room, yes. 3 kilogram bottles for 75 bucks. It seems... I think that still comes out to more than this. Alright, so what were we doing? Oh yeah, we're rubbing sticky fluids all over our fucking peg holes. Alright, we're going to do this one with our rotor blades a little higher up to illustrate the whole VTOL nature of our Karnov. I rather like this one. I'm quite happy to have purchased it. I'm usually reticent to buy models, but whenever a client picks up something on Fiverr and is like, I want this specific thing, I'm like, yes. And just factor that in the cost to buy the models. And then the beauty of that is, because I've picked up the models, I now have the models and I can use them in my own prints. Yes. Normal ABS is like 15 or 20 bucks. Yeah, I'm paying $15.99 for the ABS light from what's it? 25 bottle because the ABS. Oh, it's the what? Yeah, okay. That's why I don't stream me painting. At least one of my partners would chide me for airbrushing without a mask or PPE. That's fair. That's fair. That's fair. Though it is, I gotta admit, it is fun to get in here and do menial work to some decent royalty-free music, and to make peen jokes and put sticky things on busty anime waifu titties. PPE, what is that? Penile, penile pureeing excavator. That's what it stands for. It's like an attachment. It's got like whirring teeth that goes in a circle, and it removes your wiener, and it also buffs the area smooth, and also kind of bores out a small bowl-shaped depression that heals up nicely for cybernetic attachments. Perfect peg extruder. I just sent you a 7-mile long link. Did it bink? I hope it babinked. Babink is supposed to be live, but I can't actually hear the babinks. A perfect peg extruder. Hold on, let me see. I'm pulling it up. Oh yeah. Well, you know, it's got to embed all the data in your link there. $30 for 2 kilogram ABS. I'll have to give it a go at some point. Yes, thank you for the link. Slink. Much appreciated. Damn. Don't click the link. It's B pics. I want to see your B pics. Just maybe not the B hole pics. I think I'm more okay with the B pics. I think we're going to angle this one up a little bit, like so. And once it's kind of like grabbed on, we're going to take our accelerator and we're just going to zip, stick it in that hole, and let it cure. Let it cure good and nice. Very, very nice. And our B7000 is a little too thick. It's a little too cured up, so we're going to clear out that mess and put out a little extra B pics. If you have good B pics, I want to see those. Just to be clear. I especially love a bumblebee, so you know. Put out another little dollop of our yellowed B7000. Recommended to me by Tech Noir. Has been a nice fixture in my collection ever since, actually. I've used it for all kinds of stuff. We just want to get some on that peg hole. So it gets a nice flexible reinforcement to the peg, to the sides of the peg, and kind of filling in the gap there a little bit left by our super glue as well. And that's pretty good. Looks good to me. This stuff is hella spiderwebby though. I like this track. It's a good one to bring it down on. All right, so there's our two Karnovs. I think they look pretty good. This one's got a little bit more side lean that I'd like on the peg, but it's fine. They seem stable. I'm okay with that. They look good enough. They're at mech height as well, so they are solid gaming pieces. We're going to pop those over here. And we'll move on to our KA52s. So K52, we need to put on a gun on the side. And I should have some tweezers around here for that. So that shouldn't be too bad. Just lost power, still got streaming. Well, I hate to hear that.
He is for terrible. H is for hell. U is for ugly. And G is for jail. Cause a thug can't spell.
Thug can't spell. What was it? G is not for jail, it's for Gevangenis. 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 I try to pick up a little Dutch words here every now and then. Mr. Mental may have expressed that the time zone is bad for his watching, but he is always here in spirit. All right, so get that in place, and I think we could maybe even, we should maybe put a little thin super glue on that, I think. So let's get this out, and we're gonna try to put another little dribble on our chesty lass here. Just a single dip, that's it. I just want enough to kind of run it around this gun right here, and because it's the extra thin, it should like pull itself in via capillary action, kind of.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, jeez. And in Redemptions, yes. That man has been a bad influence and kind of opened the door to community-driven submissions. So what I'm saying is, Iron Elemental, if you happen to catch this stream at some point, we love you. And I think I speak for the entirety of the community to say, piss about it. That's what the Dutch call roly-polies, Chad, if you're not aware. Alright, so this is a problem. This fits a little too tightly. So I think what we're going to have to do here, we need to find a pin vise bit that fits that hole really closely. Let's try this. What is this? A 1.8 millimeter? Let's give that a go. I think it's a little too big. No? No, we could even go a little bigger, I think. Maybe a 2 millimeter bit. Let's try a 2 mil bit right here. Yeah. Yeah, okay. So let's use that and try to remount these holes so that this peg fits a little snugger. And then we will probably not have any more issues with it. It looks like one peg, the big peg goes in the top. And then, yeah, because this thing's going to stick out the tip. It's like the, what's that system you put on top of the rotor in BattleTech? It's almost got one of those going on. That's what I said. Yes. All right. Okay, so we're gonna go in from the bottom, I think, and we're just gonna push this thing in there and run it back and forth. We're just gonna ream it out a little bit. I think what's going on is the hole was originally supposed to be 0.8 or 1.8, and due to our printer not printing like super dimensionally accurate, we ended up with like 1.9. So we need to get it a little tighter fit, make it a little more snug. All right, so just ream that out a little bit. There we go. And it should fit really nicely now. It's got like a little bit of a, y'all probably can't see that. It's got a little wiggle to it. That's fine. We're gonna stick it in that hole and wiggle it around till it sits perfect, and it'll be fine. So let's spread a little goo on the base, and we're gonna actually insert the flared base into our base holder, and now we've got the peg coming up out of the base, and we could slide these tight fitting rings down over top of our peg. Yeah, perfect. Okay. All right, so same deal. I think what we'll do is oh, this is gonna be rough. So I think we want to be very careful to only get it on the lower half, like so, and not overdo it. I think less is more is gonna be a really good approach here. And we're gonna seat that ring against the base of the shaft. All right. We're gonna let it sit for a second. And then I'm tempted to use the thin stuff here, but that little bit of wiggle is gonna be problematic. So let's not worry about it. Instead, we're gonna come in here and just try to very gently apply a happy little blob at the new base of the shaft, taking into account that new ring. And we want it to auto gyro. The auto gyro needs to be like opposite. So we'll twist it till it's right, let it sit for a moment. And we're gonna hit the whole damn thing with hit that whole damn thing with a little bit of our Instaset miracle curing goop. And we've got our first little warrior ready. Heck yeah, this is a fun little model. I'm really glad to have it in my collection. It's not something that I'd normally print out on my own. Caught you, you bitch. Music is so loud compared to voice. Music is so loud compared to voice. So my levels here they're sitting about the same, and I think this song just has perceived loudness that is really, really high. Bing bong. Welcome, Tech Noir. I was just mentioning you over the use of B7000 tonight. Thank you for the tip, actually. It has been so useful from time to time. Hope you're doing well this evening, not working too hard. Tech was in a 14-hour meeting? I don't think that's true. Nope. I bet there was a meeting involved, but I bet you he was just being a workaholic. I love to listen. Yes. It's a good glue. So what I'm using it for, Tech, is the pegs for our peg hole were a little too small, like the hole was really fat. So what we ended up doing is putting some thick super glue and curing this on there, and then smearing some of the B7000 in the crevice, so we get a nice mixture of the tight bond of super glue and then the flexibility of the B7000, so it would be resistant to wiggling around on the tabletop. It is I use it now and then. I used it when I assembled the big Marauder. Got the treatment, the B7000. All right, this face needs a little love, so I'm just gonna give a little smoothing. A smoothination. Tech told me of B7000 in the far northern woods when within the sniffing tent. I mean, would it Does this warn me about inhalation? Let's see. It's pretty fumey. I bet if you concentrated this, you'd probably have problems. Yeah, I wouldn't do it. All right, is our peg nice and straight? That looks like a fairly straight peg. So this time we're gonna get our sticky cleavage goo all over the tip of this peg. And when we push the peg in the hole this time, we're gonna be very careful to not over penetrate. We want it to be flush with the bottom so we don't have to do any of that sanding. And of course, we're having problems already. This one's a little too thick for this tiny little hole. Damn it. I need you to fit. I think we may be stuck. Nope. Nope, it's stuck. You know, I don't think that's going anywhere. So this time we have underpenetrated our peg hole, but the peg feels snug enough that we're gonna put a little bit of, do we want the B7000 in there? I think maybe we do. It'll be a little more resistant to pulling out. That's what she said. A mild bouquet? I would describe it as a mild bouquet. Yeah, that's fair. It's not intense. It might be easy to overdo, you know, in that regard, actually. I bet you could OD on the B7000 sniffing, based on its mildness. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take that big dollop of the B7000 and we're just gonna fill that gap in there as much as we can with it. There we go. And that should set up really nicely. And create some flexible adhesion to our peg. Intense like sniffing tits, yes. A fairly straight peg sounds like a title for a rom-com. Yeah, it'd be like, it'd be about like a homophobe guy who met the love of his life, who slowly introduced him to other things that he had repressed his entire existence. And at the end of the movie, it's like the pegging scene, and he discovers he's really fucking into it, and it's presented in a like a transformative type scene. You'd need to reduce the raw, visceral sexuality of it, but embrace the blossoming of getting into it. Something like that. Where's the front of this fucking thing? I think the front's gonna be right over here. So again, we're gonna push our peg in and we're gonna hold it as best we can with one hand. We're gonna get it nice and firm and try to keep this hand real still so it's not moving around. And then we're gonna drizzle a little bit of our instant sticky juice in there. There are levels to glue consumption, yes. Better for eating than huffing? I wouldn't eat it. There's no way. All right, this is a little off center. It's 1 degree twisted, so just fine. We'll make sure to mark the front of the base. That does suck. I am tempted to break it and reset it. I am very tempted to break and reset. How far off center are these? Okay, no, it's fine. It's fine. That's within the acceptable angle of error there. Okay, so we're gonna do the same thing. Dig out our dig out our B7000. Put another dollop of the sticky stuff on our popsicle lady. Friend of the busty gal. I definitely should have been filming this, right? This is just for you guys, chat. The video won't get any of the fun pegging talk. We'll keep it tame in comparison. It'll have more of an air of panic rather than straight debauchery like we get up to here in the Country Fried Mini stream. It is kind of funny to think that I'm going to get a copyright dinged for this video because of the intro song, and they're going to be fighting me for the little bit of money that we made while talking about sticking things in your asshole. If you drink Tamiya Super Thing, you'll get superpowers. That is a lie. Tamiya puts superpower deactivator in their Super Thin. What you really, really want is the hardware store xylene. You don't want any of the branded stuff. They discovered early on that you can't just turn every gunplay enthusiast into a superpower monster because, well, they take over the world. So instead you need the hardware guys who kind of avoid that nerd shit and keep their superpowers to themselves quietly and use it on the job sites. Clean strip all the way. Yeah, exactly. All right, so Sticky Lady, we need a little bit more BSI on our Sticky Madam here. And you know what? For good measure, we're gonna film this. We are gonna film this. I lied. The people in the video will get some of the peg talk. We'll make peg jokes. And we'll film Lollipop Lady next to her busty friend, both getting sticky. All right, I kind of want this shot a little bit off to the side, maybe. Let's try right there. Pow, we'll pop that on. I gotta sit like next to in a weird position here. So we're gonna show the BSI Max Secure. We're gonna pop that off. We're gonna get a little bit of goop.
Yeah. Would you do a workout?
No.
Give me 10.
Okay.
Not yet. Not yet. Not yet, Nathan. I'm not going to deny you your push-ups, but I can't interrupt this shot. Normally I'd go for, you know what? Yeah, I can. I'll just let it roll. What's a little hard drive space? You know what I'm saying? What's a little hard drive space? Plus, how long could it possibly take to blast out 10 for our push-up overlord? You got it, Nathan. Coming right up. Down we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You know, I think my favorite part of the push-ups is the way the farts I've been holding in just kind of come out when I go down to do them. Where's my fucking push-up tally? Not that one. Not that one. There it is. Push-ups tally. You got it, mister. Light pegged. Peg talk light, yes. Yes, indeed. All right, so what we're doing first is we're looking for our tweezers, which are over here. Getting our tweezers. We're getting our sticky friend. We're gonna put a little bit of stick on the thing. Whew. We're gonna set that in place. We're gonna get our tweezers. We'll try to show this to the camera as best we can. Get it pressed in place. Get in place. Just try to hold that where it needs to go. Push down on the back end a little bit. There we go. That looks pretty good to me. Decent enough. And we're gonna take our rotors again. We're gonna make sure it's nice and reamed out. My phone just absolutely refuses to focus on it. It's just been focused on the titty girl this whole time. I mean, that's normal though, I suppose. We'll do that. And then we got our little Peggy flared base. I'm gonna take that, jam it in the tip, boom, tip of the top. Once more with the stuff. And this one had the bottom rotor to that side, so we're gonna come in this way with it. Boom. Press that down and get it into place. Come in with our sticky sticker and try to get the gyro thing lined up. It looks pretty good to me. Pew, 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 pew. All right. You trained your phone for titties. Yes. Yes, that is probably accurate. All right, so next we've got 5 minutes left on this clip, so I'm gonna try to keep doing it here. Actually, sitting in this position is destroying my back and making my my core engage in a weird way that is causing me to start sweating, and I'm not liking it. I'll have you know, not liking it even a little bit. All right, there we go. And we're gonna push this in. And I think it's gonna have the same fucking problem that it did last time. Yep. So, we're gonna show the camera our B7000. Show the phone the B7000. Refocus on the popsicle lady. And we're gonna plop a drop right there. We're gonna take a good plug of this shit. And we're gonna come in right here. We'll refocus. And get that in there nice and well. There we go. Okay. Back to autofocus. We're going to come in here. We're going to focus here. We're going to spread some schmear in our peg hole. find which facing is about right. I think this is the front. And I'm gonna press our jellycopter home and hold it nice and firm. And try to one hand show the BSI to the camera and shake it and take the lid off. And put a little droppy-doo right there. All right. Let it sit for a second before we move on to here. We're going to flip it over. Refocus. I'm going to get our B7000 from earlier. And we're going to smear it in that peg hole. Refocus, please. And that's good enough. It's actually, the glue is not applied good enough, but it's good enough for the camera. And I can get back in a central. Oh, God. Oh, that really hurt my lower back. Where's my B7000? Put out a fresh dollop of the dew. Where are we sitting at? Fucking A, we're an hour 20 in already. Gee bus. Dude, model assembly takes a long time sometimes. All right. But with that, we now have a pair of gunships. Little variety in their positioning and flight angles. And we have a pair of Karnovs ready to cart those infantry, jump infantry, battle armor, etc. We got one going down, one coming up. A little bit of variation. We got different poses on the nacelles and the rotors, so they have unique looks to them. I am pleased with those. What's next? What's next, y'all? What's next here? I kind of think we could do an Agrex Earthshade wash on our boys. I'm actually really low on Agrex.
I do.
Do I work out?
Okay.
Who's responsible for this? It's another Nate. That's what's next. You're right.
Bye,
You're
everyone.
right. That's
Keep
indeed
going
what's
forever.
next. All right, hold on.
Baba Bezos needs your money.
Who demanded an ad break? It's Nathan. I sat down just in time to see it. Hold on. Goodness gracious. This ad break has been brought to you by Nathan. That probably made me like 3 cents. Tell you the truth. Skip ad. What's your plans for your MCC character? We can talk about that. Because I was actually sitting here wrestling with the idea of maybe ending the stream because I'm fucking manic. So for those of you who are aware, who hang out in the Discord, we're planning to do a Tabletop Tuesday Mutant Crawl Classic starting back up in... We might do one this Tuesday, this coming Tuesday, to do the session 0 and give everybody 2 weeks to get their shit painted. So that'll be really fun. But we're going to be diving into Mutant Crawl Classics with painted miniatures. I'm going to have to just fucking stand up. With painted miniatures. Which one was mine here? I think this one was mine. And then I have a character for you, Miss Nathan. It's going in the mail soon. I meant to do it today. I forgot all about that package. Coming soon. Tabletop Tuesday hype. Yes. So I'm going to be playing a manimal. And my character is a Gila monster man. And I found these models from Dark Platypus Studios. Let's do full screen projector so I can see what I'm doing. I found a happy little Gila monster man with a what do you call this? One of those like velvet rope turnstiles. It's a club and a plank shield. And since it was Mutant Crawl Classics, I wanted to pick a base that was kind of thematically appropriate. So I got this one. It's like a little garden pathway. I know it's hard to see, but there's like some grass texture here and some paver stones, some big irregular pavers, and then like planted ornamental cabbages. And so he'll be, not sure how, maybe posed like that or something. So he's going to be really fun, and I'm going to scan him in for the Mutant Crawl Classic. And you know what? I should maybe just show your character that I found and printed, Mr. Nathan. Got him right here. I got this human shaman, Larry. And he's got some really fun details. He's got like a weird helmet with like these goggles on and these earpieces. He's got a giant wrench coming down his side. His armor has all these like techno baubles, and he's got a big old fucking paunch. It's a really, really fun model. It does have some visible layer lines, so I'm a little disappointed in that, but it shouldn't be too bad for painting. And to continue with the theme, I got you a base that is also the same deal. It's like grass and pavers, and then these like ornamental flowering plants next to a little brick wall. I'm gonna get that in the mail in the next few days, sending it your way. Yeah. Okay, so not a ton of progress on the project tonight, y'all. Let me wrap up what we're doing here so I can tell the so I can relay to my client if they happen to be watching or seeing this after the fact. Here, I'll zoom back out. Yeah, y'all, I'm really fucking manic and I'm hot, and Thursday's usually my day off, so I think what I'm going to do is after this recap, I'm going to take a break from this. I'm going to end the stream, and I'm just going to keep painting and hanging out in Discord if any of y'all want to join me. But next step up we have here, these olive drab boys are going to get a thin wash of Agrex Earthshade, really thinned down and pushed into the crevices to bring out the detail, and then we're going to hit them top down with a little dry brush. I was kind of doing like a middle stone. We may still use the middle stone. I think what I'm going to do is check your messages and try to match the colors you mentioned as best as possible. These guys are going to get a wash and a dry brush, and then we're going to start in tomorrow, hopefully on the on like the little freehanding bits. These fellers here, I never did get around to putting the stripes on the other three, so we've got to stripe these, and then these guys are ready for some tartan patterns, and we're going to charge along. In the meantime, I've got to print 4 more bases for our battle armors, which I'm not going to get them. They're over there. We're going to make up 4 more battle armor bases, and we're going to texture these bases along with those probably tonight before I go to bed. Well, no, because I got to print the bases. So tomorrow in the morning. Yeah, it's going to work. How long did it take before you say you were proficient at printing? A year and 3 machines. I think what Technar says, once you get your settings dial into your particular machine, it becomes way easier. Yes, I fully agree. I think there's a certain amount of like, you get it honed in to like your feel, for lack of a better term. You start to learn how to put on supports. Like you look at a model and you'll be like, oh, that's going to fail there. That's going to fail there. This corner's not going to work. And you get your settings dialed in. It's a learning process. And if any of y'all out there need help along that way in your journey, make sure to post questions over at the Country Fried Minis Discord in our 3D printing spaces. There's a lot of really knowledgeable folks there who are more than willing to help out. A couple of months, you'll have a good feel for it. I agree. Yeah, just be prepared to invest a little time. Straight up. We know shit. Yeah. We know shit. We also know poo-poo, pee-pee, farty butts. Okay, y'all. I think my fun is spent for the evening. I am really fucking manic, and I'm gonna take a break, and I'm gonna drink some of my aloe pineapple, my piña, and eat some fucking, eat some leftover pizza and hang out in the Discord. Thank y'all for coming through. I know it's a short one this evening, but we're gonna be back tomorrow, same time. Hopefully I have some preparatory work done, so we're not like wasting time reiterating, but we're gonna grind on with this project. So we got Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and I think Monday. Friday's the 27th, 28th, 29th. Yeah, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Boom, 3 more. We're gonna keep it going. Lots of love, y'all. Catch you for the next one. See you tomorrow. Goodbye. Holy fuck, I'm manic, y'all. Also, if by some chance you see this, my brother, happy birthday.